Jonathan Lee Riches, aka JLR. I am on a fishing pier along the west coast of Florida, and I am out here fishing for clues and fishing for answers on what happened to missing 6-year-old Summer Wells. I am out here trying to find out what happened to Summer Wells. Soul searching, thinking, brainstorming. Very peaceful out here. Let's talk about Don Wells' former or current boss, Richard Tucker Drywall. So we all know that Don Wells claimed he was working at his job site on June 15th, the day Summer Wells was reported missing. Came out of Don Wells' mouth. Don Wells told the media that he was at his job site when he called 911 to report Summer Wells missing. The Hawkins County Dispatch said that Don Wells was claimed he was at his job site when Summer Wells was reported missing. So Don Wells at a job site with Tucker Drywall, Tucker Building Construction. Months back in December, Don Wells was going on a lot of YouTubers' podcasts and YouTube channels, and he was throwing out a name, Dudley Ajan. Dudley Ajan, claiming that he was a co-worker of Don Wells, claiming that Dudley Ajan had maybe something to do with Summer's disappearance, and he was saying derogatory things about Dudley. And, people, there's a lot of Don Wells supporters out there at the time, were believing believing Don about Dudley. And then there was others that, didn't believe it, like me. And I reached out to Dudley Ajan and his wife and asked them how they felt about Don Wells smearing them and trying to pin Dudley onto, having something to do with Summer's disappearance. Dudley wasn't happy. And he offered to meet us outside Kingsport, Tennessee for an interview so he can share his side of the story. He can share what, if anything he knew, and just everything about Don Wells and Candace Wells and just the Wells family and about Summer. And we met him. We had dinner with him, and we sat down, talked to him for an hour, and he just talked about a lot of things. Well, Dudley Ajan says that he was fired the day before Summer Wells went missing. He also said Don Wells was acting very erratic at the job site that they were working on in Jonesborough the day before Summer Wells went missing. Said a lot. So you just gotta see the video. So after we interviewed him, the next day, Dudley Ajan decided to take us down to the job site where Don Wells worked that day, June 15th. He took us to the job site where Dudley Ajan was with him the day before, June 14th, and where Don Wells was still at on June 15th where he's working. So we went down there. It was the Meadows subdivision in Jonesborough, Tennessee. Meadows subdivision. So we went there. Dudley showed us some houses. He said Don was working on 2 houses there. Showed us, the neighborhood and whatnot. I'll also post that video. I made the video, what he described, showing the areas, showing the houses on the outside. So also look in the description of this video. You'll see that video too. I'll title, I'll direct which video is what in the description. Jonathan Lee Riches, aka JLR. You see it, guys. This is the home. This home here and that home there. Those are the two homes Don Wells, father of Summer Wells, was working at the day around the time Summer Wells went missing. June 15th, 2021. He was working on these two homes here with his former co-worker, Dudley Ajan, who got fired the day before. June 14th, Don Wells consulted with his other workers, his supervisors, when fired Dudley Ajan a day before Summer Wells went missing. Dudley was kind enough to bring us up here to show us the homes, trying to get an understanding of where Don Wells was at the day Summer Wells went missing. Where is Summer Wells? Where is Summer Wells? So Don Wells was working at that house allegedly the day Summer Wells went missing. So, but before that interview with Dudley Ajan, which was in January, the beginning of January 2022, I knew that Don Wells worked for Tucker Drywall, Richard Tucker, and I was making attempts to contact Richard Tucker for comment or any information or any confirmation Don works for him, anything. And I sent him an email December 12th, 2021, and I will share that email correspondence with you right here. Check it out. So the email that I sent to Richard Tucker, December 12th, 2021, he said he let the FBI know everything. He told the FBI everything. He told the FBI everything, and he cannot comment on the matter. So he talked to the FBI. The FBI, so he claims, he talked to the FBI about Summer Wells, the disappearance of Summer Wells. So the FBI reached out to Richard Tucker. When was that? I don't know. At the beginning stages when Summer Wells was reported missing, months later, don't know that. Don't know when the FBI actually reached. But you would expect the FBI, TBI, or Hawkins County sheriffs to do their due diligence and go talk to witnesses at the job site to corroborate what Don Wells, where he was at that day, at the very least, and other things probably. So then, again, we met Dudley Ajan the beginning of January 2022. So interviews, talked to us, showed us the job site. I want you now to watch a video posted by an investigative reporter, Chad Nesbitt, with Skyline News, which is a media company, it seems, out of Asheville, North Carolina. And Chad Nesbitt posted a Facebook Live on January 23rd, 2022. And I want you to listen to this Facebook Live that he made.
But he says that this is what he said. I'm just telling you what he said, and we'll put this in print. But the man says that he was led to believe, okay, that this is what he thinks has happened. That, I have to be careful how I word this, that this is what he said. And I'm reporting to you what he said. He said that Summer Wells drowned at that horse pond. And when she drowned at that horse pond, the mother was upset about it and freaked out. And it was an accident, okay? And in that accident, they brought the body home. Apparently nobody wanted to know anything was going on. That's what I got. And I asked that man that. Is that what you're saying? Nobody wanted to know? They didn't want anybody to know what was going on? He said yes. So he goes on and he says, I would go check the last construction site that Mr. Wells worked at. And I said, okay, do you know where it is? He says, no. I said, okay. And he was very adamant about it. He said, no, just no. And that was it. And so I called around, and some neighbors that were in the area told me where Mr. Wells worked at, and it was for a Tucker building company. And I called Mr. Roger Tucker, who is the owner of that building company, and Mr. Tucker told us that he did work for him. He is no longer working for him, and that he would not answer any of our questions about where that construction site is, but that he confirmed that he is working with the FBI and the TBI in regards to this this entire incident. So, with that said, we didn't know where else to go. We couldn't take our investigation anyplace else. We could not go to the construction site because we weren't told where that construction site was, and nobody else would tell us that. Okay, so this would be the construction site that the dad of Summer Wells worked at.
So you heard from Chad Nesbitt. He is an investigative reporter. He said he had firsthand knowledge that he's from someone who claims that Summer died at the swimming hole from drowning, was taken back to the home, and then that the Summer Wells could be at one of Don Wells' job sites, his last known job site at the time. He also said that Don Wells does not, he also said that he spoke to Richard Tucker, and Tucker said to Nesbitt that Don Wells does not work for that job anymore. And it is interesting because that was on January 23rd. A couple weeks prior to that, we were up at Don Wells's job site in Kingsport, another location, and that was when I was with Bullhorn Betty, Chronicles Olivia, Molly Golightly, and they, called Don out at his job site, and a lot of stuff went on there, and allegedly Don got fired. So that was probably the time Don got fired, to go with what Nesbitt said on that January 23rd live, that Don Wells got fired, according to what he's saying Richard Tucker told him. But he said the job site. He called him Roger, by the way, he called him Roger Tucker. His name is Richard Tucker. And, but the job site, Don Wells' job site. Don Wells claims that day Summer was reported missing in a media interview that he reported Summer Wells missing via 911 call.
But she was gone, buddy. And my wife called me, and I said, hang up for me and call 911 right now. And I was at work, and I called 911, threw all my tools that I could in the vehicle, and from Jonesborough, I made it out here before anybody.
I don't know. I don't know if there's records of 911 calls. Would that be out of Hawkins County, or would that be out of Washington County, which is where that job site is, in Jonesborough, Tennessee. It's Washington County. TBI said it was a family member that called the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office 6:30 p.m. June 15th to report Summer missing. So still not clear on that. Looking into that more about who called what and when, and I'm actually going to make another video about that very soon. So a couple days ago, I reached out to Richard Tucker again, this time via a text. Reached out to him. I will share this text. I want you guys to check this text out I had with Richard Tucker. Now, number is on there. Reason why his phone number is on there, because the phone number is public. If you go to Tucker Drywall, Tucker Home Builders, which Richard Tucker is the owner, he puts his own phone number out there and email to contact him. So there's no private information or anything like that. Tucker puts his own phone number out there on his web page for people to contact him. So I want you to check out this text I had with him. Check it out. This is a text I sent to Richard Tucker, Tucker Drywall, Don Wells' boss. Yesterday, good evening. Richard Tucker, please. He responds, please what? I am a reporter writing about the disappearance of Summer Wells. It is my understanding that Don Wells, her father, left his job site at the Meadows subdivision numerous times that June 15th day. Employees with other crews in Meadows have confirmed that with me. Are you aware of this? I see that you are most likely going to be the next Washington County Commissioner. Does Don Wells still work for you? I waited, no response, so I responded again. Should I address this with you at future commissioner hearing when you are on the bench? Should I address this with you at a future commissioner hearing when you are at the bench? And then I also replied, Dudley Ajan and former employees claim you did not send them W-2 forms for tax purposes. True. He then responds, I have talked to TBI in Hawkins County and told them everything I know. I have been informed not to talk to anyone else. I said, does Don Wells still work for you? I will let you know when the first meeting is. Have a good night. And I responded, thanks. See you then. Have a good night. So this is from Richard Tucker. Tucker Home Builders, Tucker Drywall. So in this text, I'm basically, confirming things with Richard Tucker, reaching out to him. The interesting thing about Richard Tucker is he was just not elected, but they just had a Republican primary, and he is the nominee to be the next commissioner of one of the commissioner seats in Washington County, which I find very odd. If you go to his Facebook page, he was doing a lot of campaign postings with Richard Tucker signs. The elections is coming up this fall, and it's most likely that Richard Tucker will be a commissioner. So I reached out to him about Don Wells, and I kind of threw in, if you don't speak to me, I'll come speak to you at your commissioner meeting. And he did respond to me again, and this time he said that he spoke to TBI and Hawkins County sheriffs. TBI and Hawkins County sheriffs. Now remember, the last correspondence I had with him in December, he said he spoke to the FBI. FBI didn't say TBI or Hawkins County in that email December 12th. This time he said TBI and Hawkins County sheriffs. I let them know everything I know. I cannot discuss this any further. What did he let the TBI and Hawkins County sheriffs know? What does he know? Does Richard Tucker is only going by what he knows, but did he not know, or did he know that Don Wells left that job site that day? Because I'm wondering if Don Wells actually left that job site that day at any time before Summer Wells was reported missing. Did he leave in the early afternoon? Did he leave later in the afternoon, in between, or was he there the whole time? Now, Richard Tucker, these are, newer homes. I'm sure there's no security there or anything like that, and Tucker's only going to go by what Don tells him. So if Don didn't tell him he left, then Richard Tucker would just tell the FBI, TBI, or Hawkins County Sheriff what he knows. And what he knows is Don Wells told him he was at his job. So maybe Tucker doesn't know nothing. I doubt Tucker would be covering for him or, lying to investigators to protect Don Wells. I just don't see the gain on that. What would he benefit from that? Though though there were some interesting things, because after Summer Wells went missing, Don Wells was continuing to work at Tucker. So Tucker actually let him stay on the job all the way up through January. According to Nesbitt, on January 23rd, Don Wells was fired. Now, I asked him in this recent text, Tucker, did Don Wells get fired? And he didn't respond to that question. And then I was like, well, I'll address it at the council meeting. And he's like, he wanted to sarcastically reply to me, well, I'll let you know when the next meeting is. And I said, okay, thank you, have a great day. And that's how we ended it. And maybe I will. Maybe I will go to a next council meeting and ask. Probably not, but maybe I will. Maybe I will. Because there is still a lot of unanswered questions. It would be interesting to know if Don Wells left his job site prior to Summer Wells being reported missing. Left his job site, or if Candace, grandma, either or, came to that job site that day before Summer Wells was reported missing. I posted another video. Hunter told Chris McDonough in that interview on Allie's Porch that Candace and Summer were planning to go to Jonesborough to a water park. And that water park seems like it was Wetlands Water Park, which is 4 minutes away from the Meadows, 4 minutes away from the Meadows job site where Don Wells was working that day. So, you know, did Candace, grandma, or just Candace and Summer, or grandma and Summer, someone and Summer, take Summer down to the job site or down in Jonesborough area before they were reported missing? A lot of unknown answers. And, you know, we know that law enforcement is very tight-lipped about all of this. They're very tight-lipped, and they're not revealing nothing. And, you know, it's driving a lot of us bonkers trying to just figure out a new clue. A new clue. So, let me know what you think. Let me know your thoughts. Subscribe, share, press the notification button. Going to engage with people more in the commenting. I'm going to get more involved because, you know, your opinions and your voices matter. A lot of you people aren't posting videos about this, but commenting and very engaged in this whole case and want answers. So, you know, I will respond to people. We're just trying to figure out what happened to Summer Wells, when and where. And stay tuned. I'm going to be posting more of my thoughts on the 911 calls that Don and Candace allegedly made the day to report Summer Wells missing. My theory on that a little bit. So that's all I have to say. Richard Tucker responded to me. You know, is he still working with the FBI? Is the FBI or TBI or Hawkins County Sheriff contacted him numerous times or just one time? Any follow-up questions? How many times have they, you know, reached out to him? Did they ask for records on Don Wells? A lot of unknowns, you know, and because Don Wells is a very key factor in this, you know, particularly an alibi. An alibi. Don Wells has said on prior YouTube video that, oh, he had 7 alibis. 7 alibis. We heard it. Said he had 7 alibis. Well, 7 alibis that day tells me it'd be employees there at that job site. Now, the video at the job site's multiple houses around there. So there's multiple houses being built at the same time. So yeah, there is a lot of witnesses around that area. There's a lot. It's not just like one lone job site in the middle of nowhere. No, it's a big giant Meadows subdivision. So there's a lot of homes around there. So a lot of people could have seen something. A lot of different, not just Tucker employees, but, you know, there's all those homes there are not just Tucker. I've seen other home building companies there. So what about those employees? Any of them been, you know, interviewed or talked to corroborate Don Wells claiming that he was at his job site? Who are the alibis? Who are the 7 alibis? Or is Don Wells exaggerating and it only could be 1 or 2 alibis, or maybe more than 7 alibis? Don't know. We just don't know. And I will say that the job site where Don Wells was at is, if you look on Google Maps, it is 38 minutes away from 110 Ben Hill Road, where the Wells lived. 38-minute drive. I took that route. You know, goes through basically the quickest route would be Fall Church, Tennessee, and the roads there are very windy. They're very windy. They don't have guardrails. It's narrow. Roads are narrow. You know, Don Wells, I don't know how long it took Don Wells to get home that day after Summer was reported missing, if he was at his job. Takes 38 minutes on Google Maps. If you are in a panic, I don't think someone can get home quicker than 30 minutes. I think you might be able to shed off 8 minutes if you're zooming, but you got to be very, very careful on those roads, particularly Beach Creek too, because I was on there and I posted another video. before doing the route from Allie's home all the way to Ben Hill Road on 347 Beach Creek. And I almost, a truck almost, hit me dead on. It was really scary. My heart was pounding and I was just like really worried. And then also like Bullhorn Betty and Chronicles Olivia were also on that road in another time, and a car almost plowed right into them, and they were just really worried and scared, and thankful they were still alive. So those roads are narrow. I don't know how long it would really take speed wise to get from that job site all the way to Ben Hill Road. I will say 30 at the most, 30 at the quickest. I can't see longer than that. So 38 minutes according to Google Maps. So, did Don Wells leave that site and go meet Candace or meet anyone somewhere in between there? Just a lot of unanswered questions, people. A lot of unanswered questions. Let me know your thoughts, theories, suggestions. Also take tips. Because, I just feel like Summer deserves justice here, and Summer deserves to be found for sure. It's all about Summer. It's all about Summer and holding the people accountable for what they did to Summer too. But as of right now, the authorities aren't revealing much. But is that strategically reasons? And I'm having theories on that too, and I'll talk about that on other videos. So keeps you guys in suspense, keeps you guys wondering what I'm up to and when I'm fishing around, like just at the pier, fishing around for clues, fishing around for answers and stuff. I hope people out there piggyback off what I'm doing and do the same thing. I don't get mad. Everyone, I'm sharing all this to share with all of you, so you all can take this information and go do your own sleuthing and everything based off what I've told you, and maybe debunk things that I've said, so we can try to have clarity and try to get answers here. We're just throwing this out. This is like a medium out here to throw out information so we all can gather it and then do our own independent, verification, vetting, sleuthing, investigations to try to figure this thing out, figure the puzzle and the mystery out. So God bless everyone out there that cares. God bless everybody, our first responders and our law enforcement out there working very hard to find the missing. Everyone's life mattered. So God bless everyone. Be safe, and I will see you soon.